Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best dark matter cards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So as you guys can see here, we've got a lot of dark matter cards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Somebody asked me in my chat the other day, hey Ty, who is the worst dark matter card? And I couldn't even think of it, but obviously I know there's going to be one card on this list that I'm very, very intrigued to see where he puts, and we'll see, you know what I'm saying, where he puts that guy indeed. But before we dive into it, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we're on the road to 70,000 subscribers. If you're new to this whole tier list thing in general, make sure to go subscribe to my man's DBG as well. One of the most real and genuine dudes in the MyTEAM community.
So that first player, Mel Daniels. I'm going to put Mel Daniels bang smack in the middle. He was the very...
For dark matter cards, I don't think he's... I would go D tier probably. I mean, we're talking about the best of the best. These are dark matter cards. He's Mel Daniels, guys. I just don't know.
Card, that was free. He shot the ball well. His shot blocking was incredible.
Mel Daniels is fine. He's fine, but...
He has hot blinders. I mean, I did like this card. I had a lot of success with this card.
I mean, my thing is this, though. Anytime I come up with against Mel Daniels... No.
While getting Danny
Next gen, he's a lot better than current gen, too.
I used them triple threat online. I used them to get Ron Harper.
Ew.
I used them in that.
I love Ron Harper, but you.
In season 6. And I used him for... I got him the first day of season 6, and I used him for almost all season 6, and he was worth it.
I mean, I never got Mel Daniels.
He's worth it at the time,
and I'm fine with it.
Right now, he's probably not worth it. At the time, he definitely was.
That's still a long grind, though.
For his time. Then we got Iverson.
Worthless. I mean, just don't even waste any time. The dude's 6 feet tall. Come on, don't even waste no time. Don't even waste any time here, DBG.
Is he the worst dark matter in the game? If I do call these opals, sorry, it's just
yes, he's terrible.
Habit from 2K20.
This card is terrible.
Is he the worst dark matter in the game?
Yes.
He's got 99 every stat, but he's 6 foot tall.
The dude can't do anything, DBG. Move him down, bro. He's worthless.
Iverson.
Come on. Agree with me for the one time.
Let me put him in.
Worthless. Come on. Keep it pushing.
I'm going to put him worthless for now.
Yep, and keep it pushing.
I got he's a million MT, but still.
AI is a bona fide scrub, guys.
Anthony Davis.
Thank you, DBG. Thank you.
I don't think he's quite S tier, but I mean, a lot of people love...
Hey, Disney showed up to play the other night. Last night, he showed up to play, man.
A lot of people love Anthony Davis in this game.
I'm not a huge AD fan in this game. I will say when I come up against him, he's tough to guard. He is.
He's kind of slept on. I
agree.
Do think he's kind of slept on.
I don't like the card, but when I play against him, I don't like playing on him.
Outside of that, a lot of people are like, oh, he's a little bit too small. But no, AD's good.
AD is definitely good. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
I wouldn't use him on next, but...
Current gen, he's great. Definitely is great.
Edwards.
I wish I could put Ant higher than he can. I think he's D tier.
He's alright on next gen.
I still think he's D tier, though. I mean, he's 6'5" at the shooting guard position. It's just tough.
I mean, he's not even Mikal Bridges on next gen. Again, he's got base 80, which I like, but he's not...
I mean, his release is fine. There's nothing wrong with the card. He's 6'5", though. I mean, for dark matter cards, I think D tier is right.
Bailey Howell.
B.
I'm higher on Bailey Howell than most people. Again,
I'm not even that high on Bailey Howell because he's a small forward, but still, he's better than Mel Daniels for his position.
I think he's as good as Tracy McGrady.
Nah, because he's a small forward, no.
But he just plays a little bit of a different position. So,
in that position, really,
I mean... know with DeMar DeRozan and T-Mac, and I was even wrong with this. They've only got Trey Burke released on quick.
Right. Bailey Howell has it on very quick.
He's got Trey Burke released on very quick with the exact same 6.
Right.
So there are definite upsides to a Bailey Howell.
There definitely are, but the biggest thing DBG is that he can't play shooting guard, and the shooting guard position is so much thinner than the small forward position.
And
small
I really
forward
do
position.
Like Trey Burke release. So
you got guys like Thon Maker there.
Bailey Howell lower if you like Trey Burke release.
Bailey Howell can't compare to Thon Maker. I'm sorry.
Hey, then we got Ben Simmons.
The best player in the game.
There's I made my video yesterday saying basically every card is the same right now. I mean, there are a few exceptions. Ben Simmons is one of those exceptions. There is no comparison to Ben Simmons. I mean, it's 6'10", go release.
I mean, I don't even think every card's the same in the game. Like, I know a lot of people think that, but I still disagree. I disagree heavy with that.
Dunks on everybody. Unbelievable animation.
No, Ben Simmons is definitely good.
His tween is one of the best in the game of Pro 8. Dunk packages are ridiculous. He's 6'10" and that's a big player.
Even when we get a
Ben
point guard
Simmons
Giannis
is
and a
different.
point
There
guard
are
Bron,
a
I don't know
lot
if they're
of
going to be
guys
better
that
than Ben.
most cards played
We're
exactly
going to
the
see our basically GOAT Ben like we did last year. I'm pretty sure at some point. And I mean, Ben will just always be the best.
Like, the gap between Ben Simmons and the next best point guard, in my opinion, is the gap between Anthony Davis and Pink Diamond. It's the same as the gap between Anthony Davis and Pink Diamond and Serge Ibaka.
So now we're saying anything. Look, the gap between Grant Hill and Ben Simmons is very large. But the gap between A Disney and Serge is trust me, it's a lot bigger. Trust me, guys.
Simmons,
just trust me.
There is no close runner-up, in my opinion.
I think on current gen, Grant's
as to
close
the one
enough.
point
I don't think they're that much different. I mean, they're different, but
Ray Allen base.
it's just hard to explain. They're way different. Ben's a lot better, but that comparison was just.
Basically it. Like, he's a good all-around. Like, he's
Bill
fantastic
Russell's the
all-around
best.
card. Like 99 in every stat.
He's the
but
best.
let's be real. Basically, every dark matter has essentially got 99 in every.
Yeah, but they're
stat.
not Bill Russell.
Pretty sure all of them have all the key
Bill Russell
values
got
as well.
Kawhi base.
What separates Bill Russell from the rest is the fact that he's got. First of all, he can curry on next gen, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. It's the fact that he's got Ray Allen base.
Right, you got Ray Allen base. I should say not
The
Kawhi
fact
base.
that he has Ray Allen base,
But it is
the
Kawhi base too.
Big thing with
Yeah,
him
he's
because-
chicken. He's so chicken.
Well, it's a very good release on current gen. It might be the best release in the game on next gen. Ray Allen.
Even on current gen, I feel like it's one of the top
We've yet to
easiest
see a
releases to green in the game outside of
very
base
quick
98.
release Dante
Like,
Exum with a good upper.
Danny Ferry is just so incredible.
So
but
Ray Allen base is quite a big one there on Bill Russell. In my opinion, I think Bill Russell has a lot of really, really good things going for him.
no, he's the
And
best.
I think
He'll probably play
has
for the end of the game.
Potential to be, to be like a top 20 card for the rest of the year.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it. I mean, if you're talking about the power forward position, until we eventually get a Kareem that can play power forward and you can play him like alongside Yao eventually, Bill Russell's going to play. That's just the way it is.
Bill Walton.
Ew.
See?
I mean, if you use
He
him,
moves on
I
current gen,
guess.
Or on next gen, that's about it.
I would never use
Like,
the card,
movement
though.
is big. Movement is definitely.
Doesn't he have
with
shifty or
all of
quick
these
on
cards.
next gen? So, I mean, I guess, but
Like, his 3-point shooting is.
do not lock in for Bill
mediocre
Russell,
at
guys.
best.
Please don't do it. We got a new season coming up here soon. Don't do it.
I mean, on current gen, he doesn't really do anything well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is Bill
yeah,
Russell
I
doing
think-
on current gen? The answer really is nothing. I mean, he's
Probably
fine,
the,
but
the safest place for me to put him is in this tier right here. So, then we are going to go to Blake Griffin. Blake's B tier. Blake's got small.
Blake's so tough, man. Like, he's one of the toughest guys to rank in NBA 2K21 in general. It's so tough.
That's kind of his biggest
Current
problem.
gen player build wise, he's solid,
got
but
really
the Pink Diamond Blake for his time was
I know a
so
lot of people are
good.
saying, that makes no difference.
The Dark Matter Blake,
It's fine.
he's
You
just
don't need
okay.
to have big arms on a player or long arms on a player, but it does make a difference.
It definitely does.
It does make quite
It
a
definitely
bit
does.
of a
Because, like, Danny
difference.
Ferry, his
Um,
length is incredible.
I think that he's got a wide player build. He's really good on current gen. He's really bad on next
That's what I'm
gen.
saying. His wide player build
Yeah,
definitely
I
on
think
current
it's
gen
probably the
helps.
safest spot for Blake.
Melo stinks,
Carmelo
guys.
Anthony.
He's D tier probably,
He
but
sucks.
not E
He
tier.
really, really sucks.
Maybe E
A lot of people
tier.
are saying, how can I like Alex English if I don't like Carmelo Anthony?
I'm waiting for the
First
answer.
of all, Melo can't dribble.
Okay. On current gen, what's the difference?
Second of all, Melo doesn't have a quick dribble style.
Okay, on current gen, what's the difference?
Third of all, Melo has got half steady.
Okay, I'm still waiting for the big difference on current gen. Okay, here's the thing. They both can play shooting guard. They're both shooting guard, small forwards. Here's the thing. On current gen, dribble sigs do not really matter that much. You get burst. It's really it.
Yeah, it's good on next gen. Basically, he's got a terrible dribble style, so you can't really use him on next gen. With Alex English, at least he's got a good dribble style for next gen. And Melo releases. I will say, Melo's not a bad catch and shoot player on next gen.
I'm just saying, current gen wise, they got the same release. I'm not gonna dribble with them either way.
And
They're
then,
basically the same card. I like Alex English better, but not that much better.
On quick or very quick. Either way, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. They're gonna
because
step
he
in
can't really
and
move on next gen. And then on current gen, I just wouldn't use him anyway. On Alex English, on current gen,
he's not
has obviously
the mellow
got
base.
no steady, which makes him better. He
Right, he's better by a little bit though. Like I agree that Alex English is better than Carmelo Anthony, but
Whereas
by like
Melo can't.
four different.
And he's just
like,
way better in every single way. Like, it's not even comparable. Like,
That's-
Melo,
you're wrong.
Rui Hachimura, Alex English. those guys are all so much better than Melo. He's just so much worse.
Melo, right? Melo. 6-wise, okay, yes, I understand, right? But if the burst is in the game, I've said it before, the Curry escape is the most overrated thing in the world. Pro 1 move behind the back is not that bad. Melo's base obviously has Hall of Fame Showtime. I know he has Hall of Fame steady, but look at the playmaking match. You want to compare this guy to Alex English. I mean, what is the difference here? Melo's longer, first of all, a little longer. Stat-wise, Melo's better. There's nobody that can even argue that. Badge-wise, overall, Carmelo Anthony's better. He's got more badges. So my thing is this, right? My thing is this. Where is Alex English that much better than Carmelo Anthony? If you have Melo and Worthless, and let's say like Alex English was in C or B tier on this list, that's just invalid. That's just invalid.
B. He's the cheapest dark matter, but he's far from the worst dark matter. Chris Bosh is solid. Doesn't matter what.
He's okay. Chris Bosh is okay.
He's solid.
He came out a while ago too. He was good first time.
I wouldn't be going around going out saying
he was
like
very
the
good
best
first
card
time
in the world. But I mean,
now if you want to run Chris Bosh, he's chicken.
Good enough. He's a more than usable card in my team. So yeah, let me just put him into here. Then we have got Dame Lillard.
This dude stinks.
I think Dame's a step up on Iverson.
I do too because he's 6'2".
I really do. I don't think he's good, but I think he's a step up on Iverson and Curry and D Rose. I think Westbrook's kind of on this level, but I do think he's better than those guys.
Okay, why are we comparing D Rose to AI? DeRozan's B.
A lot of people are gonna.
You can maybe make the argument DeRozan's A though. Like, is DeRozan a? I don't know. We'll see who he has. I think for dark matter cards, DeRozan's A. I really do. Because if you think about the shooting guards I use on one account, I'm using Kawhi and KD. On the other account, I'm trying to think who I even use as shooting guard. I use KD and Paul George. So I think DeRozan's A tier.
Higher on DeRozan than I am, but again, his release is only on quick. Even though I have enjoyed him anytime I've used him.
He's chicken, man.
Like, he's worse than Bailey Hell, except Bailey, he plays a better position than Bailey Hell.
He's slightly worse than Bailey Hell.
If you ask me whether I want to use like DeRozan or Steven Jackson, I mean, I'm probably gonna say Steven Jackson.
No, I'm not.
So.
If you give Steven Jackson Hall of Fame Showtime, maybe.
Here right now.
If you give Steven Jackson Hall of Fame Showtime, then we're talking.
So, and we've got Derrick Rose. I don't like him. He's basically just Stephon Marbury.
He's E tier though. I mean, E or D.
I'm gonna stick the low tier players in their tiers now. I'm gonna go Rose.
No, he is not worthless. DBG. You're comparing Derrick Rose to Allen Iverson.
No.
Melo shouldn't even be worthless.
Louis Dampier, you get into.
Louis Dampier is worthless.
Does Iverson go above worthless?
No, heck no.
You have to put Steph Curry into this tier.
Steph's better than Iverson, though. That's the craziest thing about this.
I'm sorry to all Steph fans. He really is bad.
He's better than AI.
Iverson's better than Steph.
No, he's not. Not on current gen.
Iverson's better than down
No, he's
here.
not. Do not move him from down there.
Iverson going into E tier? He's small, but he's on.
That is just absurd. That is just blasphemy.
So
that is just blasphemy to me that you put AI over Steph Curry. No, he doesn't. He's Allen Iverson.
Something's going from. I'm gonna put him into this spot right here.
That is terrible.
I think he's solid.
You think he's solid, do you?
Solid card logs.
AI is solid. Whoo, my goodness.
Let me put Allen Iverson here into E tier.
How is he solid? He's 6 foot of solid. Like what?
Then we have got
Dikembe, S tier. Arguably the best center in the game. Or are you trying to fill out lower tiers?
Mutombo?
S tier.
S.
Thank you.
I think he's the best center in the game.
Somebody putting some respect on Dikembe.
I know some people may not agree with me. I'm saying it now. I believe Dikembe.
Put some respect on Dikembe. I know. This drove me crazy yesterday. Little story time. I was on Twitter. I usually, I look at replies and stuff. Do replies or do quotes my tweet. Imagine asking if Dikembe is the top center in the game because my title is Dikembe the best center in NBA, and I didn't know at the time. And he said, imagine asking if somebody with a 74 free throw rating is the best center in the game. Did I ask you what his free throw rating was? Quite honestly, do I care? He's finna knock down free throws as long as he's got a good release. I was so stunned when I got 74 free throws. I don't care what his free throw rating is as long as it's not 40. Like, 74 is still going to go in 3 out of 4 times that I don't green it. Like,
he's fantastic.
I got mad when I read that comment. I literally got mad.
His handles pretty good.
Nah, the jump shot 4 on Dikembe is
player
nice.
Model is the best in game.
Dikembe is definitely soup.
I think
he's good.
I think he is absolutely elite, lads. I think he is.
Him and KP are top 2 centers. Like the centers that I play there.
Then we've got Elgin Baylor.
He's good. I think
Elgin Baylor has got.
He's good. But how good?
I have him on the list. He's gonna be god tier. I don't have a spot to put
him.
him.
You're gassing it pretty
bad. He's on
badly.
the list for some reason, but
God tier is not right.
If you get Elgin Baylor, he's gonna be the best limited award this year. He might be up there with Ray Allen as the best 2 guards on next gen. He's a god tier on current.
Okay, let's just calm down here about being the best 2 guard in the game. Elgin Baylor is gonna be good, but he's not gonna be the best 2 guard in the game.
Gen as well. Gary Payton is definitely a tier above these guys. I'm gonna put Payton in C tier. Yeah, he's a bit small at 6'4", but I mean,
I don't hate this. I like Gary Payton.
He's small. He's not that small.
I like Gary Payton. He's 6'4",
but
I mean, why is Allen Iverson an E tier?
I think he's I think he makes up for it a little bit with his defense, and his jump shot's really, really good. His John Wall very quick.
Where are you gonna put Grant Hill?
Okay, then we have got Grant Hill. He's the second best point guard in the game.
He is. Absolutely.
I don't know if he belongs. Does he belong in S?
I think he would. I'd have him in S. That's my opinion, though.
If we're gonna put 2 per position in S, which I'm not going to do, I'm gonna put him in A because I don't think he's.
That's fine. I think it's closer than people give it credit for. I still think a one tier thing is just fine. But my thing is this: we need a good other point guard because it's Ben and then there is a gap.
Current gen, I think there's a bit of a comparison. On next gen, I think there is no comparison.
Okay, fair enough. So he said on current gen there's a bit of comparison. There is. Ben's still the best, but it's close and people give it credit to. That's fine. As long as he said on current gen is close, that's fine.
Simmons versus Grant Hill.
That's totally fine with me.
So then we got Harden.
Harden's fine.
C. Nah, give me.
I go B.
Let me go B with James Harden.
I'd go one step above Gary Payton.
Let me go B with Harden. He's still
he's
good.
6'5".
He's still good.
I wish his release was better.
Harden's release.
Right. I wish his release was better, but he's fine.
Not. I think he's a good shooter. And I think that his movement is pretty good in game. His release is still okay. It's more than usable.
No, Harden's solid.
I don't think he's a
He's not. We definitely do not buy Harden. He's not worth the
MT. Game changer, so
he's
I'm
not.
gonna put
He's fine
Harden
though.
Into
B is actually right. Like even if he was a free card, it would probably be B.
Worthy. I don't like him.
Here's my thing.
I would personally put him in C tier.
Whoa. Here's my thing with James Worthy. I've been so 50 with the card lately, but his release is solid. Like when people play against me, they green with Worthy. And I love everything else James Worthy does for me on the court. Defensively, he's incredible. Gets contact dunks animation, gets me stops. It's just, I got to figure out the release time. And with how he plays for me right now, he's at A tier. I'm just saying, James Worthy's good all the way around.
No, most people would put him in A tier, so I'm going to put him in B tier. I don't like this card, and that's fine. If you want to put him in the higher tier, that is fine. If you like the card, don't let this tier.
I don't think he's S tier.
Deter you from
I don't think he's Thon Maker level.
He's just a love it or hate.
But
apparently, everyone loves him on current gen.
That's what I'm saying. I like him on current gen.
I've yet to use him on current gen.
And everybody greens with him outside of me on current gen.
But on next gen, it really is a case of.
I still don't think he's a top small forward in the game, but he's very good.
With Worthy. And I know it's a love it or hate it. Some people love him on next gen, some people hate him on next gen. I think most people do like him on current gen, so.
I think Worthy's solid.
Do I just put him in A tier?
Put him where you want. I'm not gonna argue either way. I'd have him in A tier though.
Pick your battles, Mick. Pick your battles, Mick. I don't like him.
I like it. He's better than Bailey Howell. That's kind of the thing I'm going
Morant.
to. Ja is bad. E tier. He's bad.
He's this tier.
He's better than AI.
Better than Steph.
Stop hating on Steph. Steph's. I'll drop. He's not great. Never mind. Steph's good.
Jason Tatum.
Okay, I gassed it. Steph's not good, but he's better than AI. Tatum's solid.
B. Tatum's
B is right. B is right. Wherever Bailey Howell is.
Again, he does everything.
You know, if Tatum,
there's levels to it.
His player model was better. I don't know. He's fine. Though. Tatum's fine.
He's good on defense. He's got great stats.
He's a fun card to use as well.
Every single card on his list, basically. There's like levels to it, and he's just okay.
Tatum's solid. He's solid, man. Fine. If you like Tatum, you can definitely use him.
Jerry West. Or say Jerry Lucas.
I do want to apologize. My camera was on the left side of things, so you couldn't see the bottom 2 tiers necessarily. So I do want to apologize for that. My fault. But it's fixed now, so we're good. Let's see where Jerry Lucas is going to go here. I heard Jerry Lucas was super bad on current gen. That's what I heard.
Jerry Lucas is A tier.
Whoa.
Get used to his chest pass. He's like E tier. So let me just put him in C tier.
I heard he's very bad on
He has a
current
chest
gen.
pass upper.
Just word around the street.
Joakim Noah upper.
Did he say Joakim Noah? Anybody that has a release like Joakim Noah, bro. Just get him off my screen. I could never get used to that release.
Then Jerry Lucas is definitely not
chest pass.
It's definitely not one of the cards that you should use, but if you can get used to the chest pass, then I mean he's very, very good. So then we've got Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy to me is pretty solid. Look, he would be A tier for me. No brainer.
I mean, I prefer DeRozan to Jimmy Butler. Heck, if you ask me, do I prefer Jimmy Butler? Do I prefer Mikal Bridges? I prefer Mikal Bridges. Jimmy.
With all due respect, DBG, I'm not even. The DeRozan, that's fine. If you want to prefer DeRozan to Jimmy Butler, whatever. Mikal Bridges? Here's my thing, and hear me out with all due respect. You're comparing Jimmy Butler to Jerry Lucas. Heck, you're saying that indefinitely, like DeMar DeRozan is better than Jimmy Butler, which is just false. Jimmy Butler, in my opinion, is no brainer as an A tier player.
Decent release, decent dribble sigs.
What's wrong with Jimmy's dribble sigs? Pro 2, Pro 3, move on the back. Those are decent.
Oh, okay height for 2 guard, 6'7".
His wingspan's bad. I'll give you that.
6'8".
He's A tier though.
He's okay. He's fine. He's a more than usable card.
What?
He's a grade 3 and D cone. But like that's about it. His movement isn't great. It doesn't matter what gen you're on. He's not gonna attack the basketball. He's gonna play defense and shoot. And I think he's a step below like a Tatum. And I don't think he's as good as DeRozan either. So I think C tier is fine for him.
Wow, he's hating he's hating heavy on him, man. I don't like it. JR, if your next gen's fine. Current gen, he's not good at all.
I put him B or A. So I know he was B tier my overall, but there was just more players in the tiers.
So I'm confused. You're saying JR is better than Jimmy Butler? I think that's the battle of the gens. So if I have to kind of comment on this, I think this is probably put in C.
He's got.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to put him in C tier, that's fine.
For some reason, feels 100 times better on Kevin Porter. He's also got good enough movement. His dunking's good.
JR on next gen's good. Current gen, he's not good. It's just that simple.
He's got half steady.
Do not use him on current gen.
Which helps. His release is only on quick, which I do.
Once we get like a JR or the release 49 on very quick,
who I'm going to put one tier ahead.
That's fine.
Wherever J.R. Smith is, I think KPJ, although they're identical, KPJ.
I'm fine with JR and KPJ where they're at. Jimmy should be higher though.
Better in game than Diamond or Pink.
Playoff Jimmy, man. But
it's just a weird one. I don't know why KPJ is better in game.
Playoff Jimmy, man.
They should be the exact same card, but still, in my opinion, he is that little bit better. Okay, I need someone down in D tier.
Just go ahead and put Sidney Moncrief, man. Just go ahead.
I'm gonna get hate for this, but Jordan.
Who's in D tier?
I hate Jordan. I hate Jordan in game.
Well, here's my thing. Is Jimmy Butler better than MJ? Yes, he is. But why is MJ 2 steps below DeMar DeRozan? MJ, for me, would just be C tier. Jimmy would be A tier, and everything's fine.
Like, Jordan, for me, like, okay. Let's, just to calm you guys down, let me do this with the Jordans.
Okay.
Let me go with this with the Jordans.
Okay.
Jordan is a trash can on next gen. Jordan's alright on current gen.
He's solid on current gen.
He's okay on current gen. Like, this Jordan isn't that much better on current gen than the Diamond in-game. Obviously, yes, stats-wise, he looks better. He doesn't play that much different. This Jordan, obviously, half-range extender does help. But on next gen, man, you can't get open with Jordan. Jordan dribble stomp is...
I would say like current gen, they're
with
fine.
Speed.
They're fine on current gen.
Also, gosh...
Look, I know next gen, you know, it's just like... For me, it's hard seeing Jimmy Butler at C tier.
His release is mediocre.
Where are you going to put Dr. J?
Maybe we get a better Jordan later in the year. We probably do with Invincible.
Because the crazy thing is, I prefer DeRozan and Jimmy Butler to Dr. J on current gen.
It'll be like
next gen, maybe not.
Jordan was a decent, but not like game-changing.
Jordan's not going to be game-changing when he comes out. I'm not going to sit here and argue that.
Then
you're right.
we have got Dr. J. Some people love him. I'm going to put him in B tier.
Oh, wow.
Some people love this card. For me, I'm like...
Who do you like at the shooting guard position? DBG?
Yeah, he's not that much better than Steven Jackson.
Like, who are your top shooting guards?
And I rate Steven Jackson probably a tier above Jimmy Butler. Dr. J, a little bit undersized, but his release is really nice. His dribbling's really good. And...
My thing is with
He's
Jimmy
good,
Butler,
don't
you don't
get me
have to
wrong,
really
he's good,
apply
but
many
he's
badges. Like the dude's complete.
I think he's closer to a DeRozan than he is to like Grant Hill.
Grant Hill's not a shooting guard. I want to know who your top shooting guards are besides Kobe.
Let me fill out again. We need some people for D tier. Keenan.
D.
I'm gonna put Keenan in D tier.
I see. I would have him in
Keenan better
C.
than Walton and Mel Daniels, and I'm gonna actually put Walton. I put Walton down 1, but Keenan, I got him. He's all right.
He's so mid. If you got him, he's fine. He's mid though. He is definitely
the only way I
mid.
can describe him, like he's
I do not like his release at all.
In game, not gonna lose you a game. He's not gonna win you a game.
Can you put Sidney Moncrief where he
Westbrook,
belongs?
as much as I like Westbrook, he's E tier.
He is fun to use on next gen. I mean, if you're on next gen, he's fun to use. Current gen, he's not better than D-Rose. So mean, just leave him at E.
Westbrook versus Dame is preference, so I'm gonna put him in E tier.
Dame stinks.
Westbrook versus Dame is purely preference.
Can
then
you?
we're on the Pete Maravich, and I'm gonna put Pistol Pete in C tier. Right, Banks.
That's where he belongs
because of the fact he is woeful on current gen. He's absolutely shocking on current gen.
Do not use him on current gen, but there's some people that can move with Pistol Pete on next gen.
He will be probably A tier on next gen.
There are some people that can fry me with
E
Pistol
tier on
Pete.
current gen. Taco Fall at this stage in the game, considering how we have mobile 7'2" centers.
Taco was so fun to use when he came out, but I mean, he came out what 2 months ago?
Off worthless tier, just like it did with Simple on my budget tier list.
I mean, he came out a long time ago, so that's just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind.
Close to worthless. Like when we used to rate Taco highly, the post hook was a thing.
It wasn't even that for me. Like 5 outing with Taco was OP for a time. Like we didn't have that many. I think Kareem was the only tallest center we had when he came out. Like Taco was a cheese ball.
Nerfed post hooks. You can't even score them anymore, whether you're using button or the stick. Taco is now borderline useless. Kareem.
I wouldn't quite say about that. Kareem's good. You know I'm gonna get mad.
Low A tier. He's still good on defense. He still moves.
Kareem is good, guys. No, do not throw any disrespect towards Kareem because he is good.
There's so many good centers, and he's not as good as them. Like he's not as good as Wilt. He's not as good as Shaq. He's not as good as Dikembe. All
that's preference though. Wilt, Shaq, and Kareem. Those 3 are all preference. Dikembe, yes, you're exactly right.
So it's like I got 5 centers already hired him. This was an overall tier list. We'd have James Wiseman in there as well.
Wiseman is the most overrated card in the game on current gen. So yeah, I said it.
This Kevin Garnett.
I mean,
Kevin Garnett B and A tier.
Kevin Garnett on current gen is not good.
Apparently, he's a garbage man on current gen.
He is not good on current gen.
So I'm not going to put him into S
I will say this. I know DBG loves him on next gen. If you rock with him on next gen, do your thing. Current gen.
He's God tier on next
Set shot 14 stinks on current gen. I don't know how many times I got to say it until 2K stops giving set shot 14 to people. Why are we giving that out? Give KG his old release.
Kevin Garnett, I mean, if I've got Bosch in this tier, I got to put KG
set shot 14 stinks.
I'm going to put them both in the same tier. I think they're very similar level.
Stop giving it to people.
Then we got this Kobe.
Current gen, he's fine, but
for the same reason, but the opposite as Pete Maravich. Kobe Bryant is unbelievable on current.
Kobe's a lot better on current gen than next gen.
Current gen, 30 E tier on next gen. Pete Maravich is the same, but with opposite gens.
That's fine.
Both of these guys are really good on one gen and really bad on the other. So for me, both of these guys are going in.
Is he gonna put this Kobe in S? You got to, right? S.
Then we have this Kobe. I mean, as much as you wanna, if you wanna argue otherwise, I love this Kobe.
I think he's
Kobe
S.
Release doesn't matter what gen you're on, is one of the best releases in the game.
I think he's an S tier player. I'll never get to use him in a comp setting, but I think he's an S tier player.
Dribble moves, and his defense feels a lot better than this Kobe.
Now, is that Kobe a lot better than some of the other shooting guards? In my opinion, no. Is he better than Jimmy Butler? Yes, but should they be that far apart? No.
And also, he can play Kobe's best position, which is the 2 guard.
That is Kobe's best position.
If this Kobe could play the 2/1, he'll be even better. And if this Kobe could play the 1/2 instead of the 1/4,
yeah, that's correct. Kobe's the best at the shooting guard position, probably.
But he is pretty terrible at the 1.
KP S. KP and Dikembe are the 2 top centers. Bill Russell, power forward, by the way, for me.
That's simply it with Kristaps Porzingis. He is like a slightly better version of Bol Bol, who I believe might be up there with the best cards in the game on next gen.
Larry Johnson is the definition of mid,
Larry
man.
Johnson.
C. He is the definition of mid.
I mean, he's all right. His release is only
I'm fine with B. I mean, he's so mid, though.
I guess he's not worth winning Unlimited for, obviously. We haven't had an Unlimited card, really, that's been worth it since... I don't even know. Like,
Paul
season
Pierce.
5 one was all right.
Who was season 5?
Cedric Maxwell.
No, he wasn't worth
that
it.
Card
he wasn't worth it.
was pretty good.
The only one worth it
And
might have
in
been Paul Pierce.
4?
Who was season 4?
Season 3 was Iggy. Season 4.
No.
I don't even remember.
I can't remember.
I know Ewing wasn't worth it.
The only
Paul
dude that
Pierce definitely was worth it.
I was gonna say Pierce was good, but that was about it.
I can't even remember who the season 4 limited reward is. I'm gonna have to look that up because that is how little I cared. To be fair, nobody cared about season 4. Let's be real.
I'm trying to think in season
Nobody
4
cared about season 4.
Who was the XP reward?
Oh, it was Mikhail. That was it. Yeah.
Mikhail was worth
really
it too. I'm trying to think. Season 4. Who was that? Kawhi? No. Blake? No. I don't know. I don't remember.
So yeah, like Larry Johnson's, he's fine. If you get him, you get him. If you don't, you don't. He's fine. LeBron, A, but same as like Worthy.
LeBron's solid.
Tier, but I'm not a fan.
I think if we get a point guard Bron, that's when he'll really become the best.
Yeah, I get it. He gets some good defensive
when we get a point guard Bron, he'll become the best. I still think Ben's gonna be better, but
current gen for me is like borderline unusable. The fact he can't shoot from the corners.
But that doesn't stop you with Alex English.
When we get a point guard LeBron, things might be a bit different, but
right, I agree.
I mean, he's
LeBron's
only
good.
Primary ball handler.
He's best on best. He's a great defensive player on current gen.
You can't put him in S tier. Magic
A tier.
A tier. I think Magic versus Grant is a really tough one.
It's preference. I prefer Grant. A lot of people prefer Magic.
Some
That's
guys are
fine.
chicken with Magic, and they are tough to stop. Like if someone is chicken with Magic Johnson, Magic is a really, really tough card to stop. They both have.
I mean, it's really preference between those two.
They can both curry. They both have some really good things.
Both those cards are incredible. Like if they are your 2 starting point guards, you're doing pretty good if you can't get banned. Like both those cards are good.
Apparently, this Magic can run on current gen, which is the huge thing.
I think he can.
Paul George. I mean, he just is a step above the likes of DeMar DeRozan and Julius Erving.
He is. I don't love Paul George's release. I'll say that.
But again,
like because of how good he is on defense.
Let's just say Jimmy Butler versus Dr. J versus Paul George. Like,
it's
I'm
preference.
gonna rank them like that, but it's diminishing returns when you go up. Like if you want to put it, let's just throw Mikal Bridges in that conversation as well. Like you're going from 5K to like a 10-hour grind to like 100 something K. Like
I get what you're saying. On current gen, Mikal Bridges is not Jimmy Butler level. It's just that simple.
Each of those upgrades
it's just
are so
simple.
minimal you may not even notice the difference. Like he's fine. He's great.
PG's good, especially defensively.
Two guys in the game and the best defensive players in the game. 6'9" 2 guard, but like
offensively, I don't want to say limited. I just don't use him on offense. Whereas KD, I'll use him. DeRozan, I'll use him.
I don't think so. Or DeMar DeRozan. Ralph Sampson.
I don't like Ralph. I know DBG likes him. I don't like him.
But I mean, if we're talking next,
I do not like
post wingspan patch. He's different.
I do not like Ralph. But if you're on next gen, maybe.
He's got a decent release on next gen, Sashal 17.
That's a decent release on next gen.
They gave him a go behind the back, and now he went from Mr. T-Rex arms, 7'4", 7'2" wingspan. He is now 7'4" with a 7'7" wingspan. So now he no longer has T-Rex arms. Ralph Sampson will be one of the worst decisions you ever make locking in.
Yeah, just make sure not to lock him in, especially if you're current gen.
He's really good.
Especially if you're current gen.
He's really, really good. Then we got Ray Allen.
Current gen, do not use him. Next gen, he's fine.
I mean, if I'm putting him in S.
What am I?
He's not. He's probably.
What am I hearing? Why is he an S tier player and Jimmy Butler's a C tier player? DBG. Like, here's my thing. Okay, hear me out. Let's say Jimmy Butler's D tier on current gen. Let's just say that for the sake of this video, Jimmy Butler's D tier, or no. Let's say Jimmy Butler's D tier on next gen. On current gen, he's at least A tier. So Ray Allen on next gen might be S tier, but he's D tier on current gen. So what are we doing here?
A tier on current gen, maybe B tier. Sorry, he's definitely not A tier. He's B tier on current.
Not even. He is not better than Jimmy Butler on current gen. You can't even argue that. You simply can't even argue that. You cannot even argue that.
His release, his ability to 3-hunt. Like there are very few cards that do what Ray Allen does on next gen.
I mean, I guess.
Blinders and Ray Allen base. And just his all-around game. There are very few cards that do
I mean,
what he does.
guess.
If you're on current gen, I would steer clear, but I mean, he's the best 2 guard in the game on next gen, so S tier.
So you're telling me that I'm asking a question, don't attack me. So you're telling me that Ray Allen card is better than a 6'10 gold blinders Kevin Durant card, or a 6'8 Tracy McGrady card with Hall of Fame blinders? That's interesting to me.
Shaq is a tough one.
No, it's not. He's A tier.
Shaq is either going S or A, and I don't know which of.
You want to go S with Big Shaq?
Controversially,
Big Daddy Shaq. You can go S with him.
I'm gonna put Shaq in A tier because I don't think I can put 3 centers in.
I think he's A tier. I think he is the 3rd best center on current gen in the game.
Or 4 centers.
That's simple.
These 3 guys are better.
Bill Russell's a power forward.
And Porzingis. And also, if I was to run a power forward center combo, this guy makes it over them as well.
Thon's a small forward to me. That's my opinion. I do like Thon at S tier.
Thon Maker makes it over Shaq as well.
I do like him at S tier.
If I was even to run that combo, I'm going to put Thon in instead. Thon,
in my opinion, is the 2nd best player in the game to run a small forward.
I think his handle's good. His release, I think is what
you could argue he's the 1st. Now, I do think the difference between Thon Maker and Jonathan Isaac isn't that large, but
I personally think obviously Bobo is better value, but I think Thon might be the better card due to his release.
Thon's a small forward. He's a small forward, man.
And like, if you play Thon Maker at the 3, Bobo / Kristaps / Wiseman, 2 of those 3 at the 4/5, it's gonna be tough to stop. It's gonna be really tough.
Current gen or next gen.
Then we got Kemp.
I mean, Sean Kemp, guys. He's okay.
D.
He's okay.
He's all right. His release is bad, and that's a big problem.
I thought I'd like Sean Kemp, but I didn't even change his release. Whatever timing it's on, it's on. They didn't change it.
Sidney Moncrief.
He's bad. D or E. The dude stinks.
He's chicken, man.
He stinks. DBG, come on, man.
I'll give him the E tier.
He's way better than Allen Iverson. So if that's who we're comparing him to, then he should be a D tier. But AI should be at worthless minus tier.
I might put he's probably the best player here in E tier in terms of like defense and release wise. But
I agree.
Nah, I don't think I can justify putting him.
I agree. He's the best player at E tier.
And these bottom tiers are kind of the guys that are really bad with the 6 3-point guards. Tim Duncan, B. I don't like him.
I mean,
his release, it's still not going to very quick.
It's not. His release on normal time and a very quick feels the exact same. I love the diamond card, but that card is not it. They got to change his release and Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett stinks too.
Tracy McGrady, I think because of his length and his ability on next gen compared to like a DeRozan.
But this is what I'm saying. On next gen, I feel like T-Mac has to be better than Ray on next gen, right? Like, I guess I haven't used the cards enough, but that's just my thoughts. I mean, T-Mac to me is probably an A tier overall player.
But it's a reluctant A tier.
On current gen, I think DeRozan's better.
Nothing between the likes of T-Mac and a Julius Erving. It is just preference, and I love Trey Burke.
Why is Jimmy Butler a C tier?
I'm gonna put Zion's. I'm gonna put both Zion's in C tier. I think he's just a little bit undersized.
I mean, that's fine. I'll pick my argument. That's fine. Zion's not bad.
Bailey Howell for like the undersized power forwards, I'm still taking Bailey Howell every single time.
I think it's close.
Or not power forward, the small forward position. I'm taking
just because of current gen and how wide Zion is.
But
I think
he's
it's
not
close.
terrible.
He's fine.
In this Zion, the only difference is the half range, and yeah, I'll move this Zion down one. Because on next gen, the half range is a big difference.
I don't like that.
Then last two, we've got Wilt and Vince. I'm gonna go Wilt in A. You're gonna go Vince in
Okay,
B.
here's the thing. I like Wilt at A. I like Vince in B. Jimmy Butler. Here's my thing. Jimmy Butler at least deserves to be B tier. At the end of the day, he deserves to be B tier.
Again, the Vince versus Paul George versus Tracy McGrady conversation is.
Why is Jimmy Butler?
I'll give Vince low A.
So if Jimmy Butler's A tier to you have Jimmy that far below. That far below Vince.
I'm gonna move J.R. Smith up to low B tier.
So now you're moving J.R. up and Vince isn't up. Or not Vince. Jimmy's still at C tier.
Really, really decent. Good release. Better on current gen than next, but a very solid.
This is wild to me.
Shaquille O'Neal. So now Shaquille O'Neal, Will Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal are very similar. It's just
preference. Throw Kareem in there too. It's all preference with those three.
So anyway, yeah, that's the video. I still can't believe the Kemba Mutombo a day later has the range extender, one of the best release in the game, the best behind the back.
I'm telling you, Mutombo's the best. He's so good.
I mean, I can't believe what they've done with the Kemba Mutombo.
I want to say
that's pretty much it.
I want to say Dikembe is like overdose. You know, he's not OD good, but he's very, very good. Jimmy Butler at C is just ridiculous. Do you guys think Jimmy Butler is that bad? I'm not even high on Jimmy, but I think he's way better than C tier. Let me know down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.